What did you feel when you saw Captain Baird this morning and he said he was recommending you for back squatting? What was your reaction then?
I was going to leave then. I asked for a discharge, but he said to carry on because I didn't want to go back and do the 8 weeks again.
But are you really keen to be a para, or aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
But you were going to leave?
Yeah, I was going to leave. I didn't want to do the 8 weeks again. Go through that again.
No, but if you wanted to be a para, wouldn't it be worth it to go through 8 weeks? It's a short time in your life.
I don't know, really.
It seems like 8 months, doesn't it?
Seems like we've been in your years.
Yeah. But now you're not being back squatted, you're carrying on. How will it change your attitude to your work?
I think I'll have to try a lot harder, because to get, you know, if you want to get out at the end of it, or to get back, or I'll get back squatting. You know, he said I have to put a lot more effort in. You know, stop doing stupid things.
2 days later, Gary Price went absent without leave. He was on the run for 9 months, gave himself up, served 28 days detention, and then continued training.
Right, I'm afraid, Clark, that you failed basic Wales.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the reasons you failed it, because of, one, your attitude towards the rigours of army life. Okay? You haven't gone into it wholeheartedly enough. You're too sensitive about your person, and they haven't come up to the standard of the rest of the platoon. All right, so I shall recommend you to be back squatted, and you'll go in front of the OC either this afternoon or tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right?
By the way, sir, I understood when I joined that I was only to do 8 weeks, and then I would move into the band.
Well, that's not for me to decide. It'll be for the officer commanding, Captain Gandel, to decide.
You know that the band are medics and stretcher carriers.
Yes, sir.
When we go to war. So life isn't going to be that much easier in the band, is it?
No, sir.
And you can't adopt an attitude where you think, you know, well, you want to do something and you will do the minimum of work to achieve that aim. Can you?
No, sir.
No. However, having said that, okay, you are fairly bright. I can see that, okay, from there. And I think at this particular time, your best interest, it would be for you to go to a band as soon as possible.
It's really great. I'm really surprised. I thought it was going to be back squatted, and it turned out to be just what I wanted. So I'm really overjoyed. I was worried that if I was back squatted, I would have to do the 12 weeks all over again, which would mean another 12 weeks away from playing my trumpet. Yes, I'm just sort of amazed that it's come through just as I wanted.
It's like Father Christmas has come, hasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now get out of my sight.
Thanks.
Lee Clark never won his parachutist's wings, but as a first cornet in the band of the 1st Battalion, he kept his red beret. And that day in March, when he picked up his trumpet again, neither he nor anyone else could have perceived the irony of his choice of tune. Still less could anyone have predicted that the Paras would shortly travel 8,000 miles to death and glory in a land of moor and mountain, water, wind and sheep. The very stuff of basic Wales.